go ahead, drop any habits that you are looking to be more consistent with down in the chat, and we will engineer them using the triple S method I developed with a 96% success rate so far in helping people actually be consistent with their habits. It is the most effective habit building method in the world. So cheers to that. And yeah, so go ahead, drop a habit you're looking to be consistent with down in the chat, and we'll engineer it and have a good time. Delectable. Essentially, really the point here is just to provide no cost self-improvement help, because that's what I want to do with my life, so I'm gonna do it. And if you want to get additional support and accountability and data and all that type of stuff, you can always click the link in my bio to join the community. It's $27 a month. You get weekly calls with me where you get to learn not only from me engineering things, but the people whose habits you're engineering. Hello, Poppet. Did you get that reference, Cami? That was a good one. I'm proud of myself. And then you also get access to the AI habit engineer I built, access to all of the notes on the habits that I've taken from the autobiographies and biographies of ultra high achieving people I read, and yeah, bunch of daily accountability emails, bunch of good stuff. I've got a Trader Joe's guava drink. My roommate gave it to me. He said he didn't like it, and I think it tastes all right. So I'm gonna drink it. Let's see what's it got in here. 0 grams added sugar. So Adam said, "Will you shout out my guy Zach Wheeler? It would make his day." Shout out Zach Wheeler. I don't know who you are, but I hope you're having a great day, brother. Yeah, it is a pretty interesting drink, Cami. What's up, Leo? Good to see you guys. Welcome to the Habit Engineer live stream. If any of you have a habit that you're looking to be more consistent with, go ahead, drop it down in the chat. We'll engineer it using the triple S method that I developed. We've got a 96% success rate in helping people actually stay consistent with the habits that they've built. So if you would like that, go ahead, drop them in the chat, and we'll engineer them. And you can also subscribe and turn on notifications. I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So go ahead, subscribe, turn on notifications, and you can use those notifications to make me your personal accountability buddy for any habits that you are looking to be consistent with. So the duality of this live stream is twofold. So Cami said, guess who officially has 2 jobs in 2 weeks? Oh, shoot, man. Okay, second job is for your dad. Don't even get the job I wanted. LOL. RIP. Gabriel said, this isn't a course ad, is it? LOL, no. Quantum, appreciate the sub. But yeah, I don't actually have a course. I have a community, but I don't have a course. And this is at no cost to you. So you can join the community if you want, but it's not an ad for it. Josh, I can't tell if you're trolling or not, but that's pretty funny. Is this sir selling course for me? No, I don't. I'm not selling a course. I am a habit engineer. I teach people how to build habits that stick. I developed the world's most successful habit building method, most effective habit building method. It's the triple S method. If you want to put a habit that you have in the chat right now that you want to be consistent with, I will help you engineer it right now for free. Yes. Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate you, bro. We're working every day, every week till school. Wow. No more art for now. Dang. Hey, gotta get that money though. I respect it. GP said I'm in the market for a course. Okay. GP, if you want to do that, you can join my community. It's $27 a month. There's not really like a course to it, but we have weekly video calls like this that I could help you to quit whatever addiction you've got. You'd get access to the weekly calls, daily accountability emails, my AI habit engineer that I built that's trained on the Triple S method, and all of the habits of ultra high achieving individuals from the notes that I've taken on their biographies and autobiographies, and a few more other things. So yeah, you can totally hop in there if you would like. Going to the gym and subsequently pondering on life. Love it. Yeah, Gabe, so what is keeping you from being consistent in going to the gym as of right now? Like, what's stopping you? If that's something you want, what's stopping you from being consistent with it? Josh. Oh, thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. I'll take it as a compliment. What's up, WolfGod123? Good to see you. Sounds good, GP. We'll see you in the community. Josh, I don't know how to help with that. You already said it's a good habit. You've got that habit, so I don't. Yeah, I can't help you if you've already got it. Okay, have fun, Cammy. Go get some rest. Nathaniel Chambers, I don't want to ask that. Okay. What's up, Nika? Good to see you. What's my husband's name? LOL. Y'all are funny. No, dude, all I do is I engineer habits. I help people build habits that actually stick. I am also straight, but just for the record. Cunning stunt. What do I actually do? I actually teach people how to build habits that stick. I developed the Triple S method, which has a 96% success rate in helping people be consistent with their habits. So I engineer habits with people to help them to change their lives to be better. It's the most effective habit building method in the world, and I teach it to people. And yeah, that's what I do. I think Diddy's just trolling. I don't even know how to pronounce this name, but I'm not Jesus. I'm just trying to be like him. What if it's a bad habit, though? If it's a bad habit, you break a bad habit the exact same way you build a good one. The Triple S method works both ways, because what happens when you have a bad habit that you're trying to take away, you need to fill that time that you were putting into your bad habit with something else. Or if you just leave that void of time, chances are pretty likely that your bad habit's just going to fill right back in with it. So you use the Triple S method to replace the time that you were spending with a bad habit with a good habit instead. James Craft, how to get up in the morning. Yeah, no, that's a great one. I would say the best way to make sure that you're able to get up in the morning is to make sure you're going to bed on time. So, James, what would you say is keeping you from having a consistent bedtime that's allowing you to get enough sleep so you can get up at the time that you want. Tarek said, do you ever see what Jesus looks like? No, I've not seen him in person. Cunning stunt, those are some bold claims that you can't confirm. I mean, I have been tracking the data of people who have been using my method, so I can confirm that. But you can also just experiment with the method and actually try it for yourself, and then it'll work, and then you'll know. Vamp suck. I gotta study for exam, big exam like the bar, but I just never study for it. I don't know why. I have the time resources. I just physically don't do it. How can I do it? Yeah. So the way the Triple S method works is there's 3 steps. So you want to make your habit specific, you want to make it simple, and then you want to seal it with a 1-second celebration. The way you make your habit specific is you assign it a what, a when, and a where. So for example, if you said, oh, I want to study, the goal is to make it so specific you can visualize it like you're watching a movie in your head. So you could say, okay, I'm going to sit down at my dinner table from 7 to 7:30 p.m. with the light on and be studying from this textbook that has all the things that I need to learn for the bar exam, or like some exam study textbook. And you say, okay, I'm going to do that every single day, right? 7 to 7:30 p.m. sitting at the dinner table with the light on, books there, bam. And then you make it simple by filtering through with the filter question. Just ask yourself, okay, you've got your habit in mind. You say, okay, do I feel 100% confident in my ability to stick to this habit every single day for the rest of my life? No questions asked. The question is exaggerated on purpose. We don't expect anyone to necessarily actually stick with their habit 100% of the time. But what it does is it flips the switch from your mind saying, okay, I think I can do that habit most days, to now you're thinking, okay, what are all of the days that I can't do this habit? And so that way you are thinking, you're planning ahead and noticing pieces of friction that might get in the way and stopping you from being consistent with your habit. And so then you can adjust the specificity of the habit itself beforehand in order to continually implement more and more momentum. Do I believe we are living in the end times? Yeah, probably. But when the end times is, when the end is, I have no clue. Cunning stunt, is it online to read about? I want to know your credentials. But the only credentials I have are life experience. I don't have a degree. I don't have anything. If you want to, you can go watch my TED Talk. Just search TEDx, Max Baldoff. That'll give you a little bit more of my background, my backstory. I've overcome 5 addictions. The only credentials I have are life experience. And the fact that I literally live the Triple S method. Like, this is what I use to set every single habit. So yeah, I don't have a degree. I don't think I need one to teach people how to build habits that stick, because really it's just a fundamental understanding of human nature, which repeats in everyone. So you're welcome, EQRC. Yeah, Vamp suck. The only other thing, just make sure that you add a reward on the end of your habit. So some type of quick 1-second celebration, whether it's just like a fist pump or like you give yourself a hug, like whatever it is, just something to get you a little shot of dopamine at the end of completing your habit, because as B.F. Skinner says, what gets rewarded gets repeated, right? So when you give your brain that hit of dopamine at the end of it, it says, oh, I feel good about the thing I just did, therefore I want to do that thing again because it made me feel good. So Nika, yes, you can ask a question. You can ask any question you want. Oh. Did I miss any of these chats? I'm not sure. Oh, James, you said something. Probably social media and screens. Okay, awesome. James, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you, one, buy an analog alarm clock. Use that as your alarm clock. Two, plug your phones in probably 30 minutes to an hour before you want to go to bed at night, and plug them outside of your bedroom. So like I have my phones, I leave those plugged in the kitchen. And so I don't check them at night. But yeah, so that's, and then use your analog alarm clock. Don't keep your phones in your room so you're not hearing any notifications or anything like that. And you're not just laying in bed scrolling and getting a bunch of blue light at night. Those are the initial few habits that I would suggest. Emmanuel Carandong? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Hey, am I playing Grow a Garden in Roblox? No, I've actually only ever played Roblox, I think like once in my life, for about 10 minutes, maybe. And I think I was just running around mindlessly. I don't think I actually did anything. I need a pipe for my dopamine, LOL. Why is my method a 96% success rate? Because 2 of the people who are currently using the method that we're tracking did not do their habit 1 day each. So I think technically at this point it's a lot more than 96%, but I call it 96 to leave a margin of error. What about getting rid of habits? Jessica Eldridge, awesome. Yeah, so with getting rid of habits, it's the same thing as building good habits. Because what happens is that if you're trying to get rid of a habit, you're removing an action that is taking place in a certain amount of time, right? And so what you want to do is you want to replace something in that time that you were spending doing the bad habit with a good habit, right? So you use the triple S method just like you would to build a good habit. You just put a good habit in place of the bad habit, or else what's generally going to happen is that you're just going to go back to that bad habit because you still you have that time void, right? And you're just going to be sitting there twiddling your thumb saying, I wonder what I should do right now. I'm not supposed to do this thing, but I don't have anything better to do, so I guess I'm just going to do this thing, right? And so what works really well is you use the triple S method, build a habit that's specific, give it a what, when, and where, make it simple, and then seal it with a reward so it rewires your neural circuitry in order to replace that bad habit with a good one. Liquid phase, did you see what's going on in Los Angeles? It's crazy. No, I haven't really. I know there's some protest stuff going on, but I don't watch the news. I don't keep up with any of that. So, no, I haven't seen it. EQRC, my father told me how to quit smoking cigarettes and it worked great. Try not to smoke that first cigarette of the day. Yep. Next day, try to wait a little longer. Each day, try to wait a little longer. Love that. Yeah, that's super smart. CL, do you prefer YouTube or IG live streams more? Definitely YouTube, personally. YouTube pushes my content out to more new people way more than Instagram does. Manar, what is the best book that changed how you deal with building habits? You're welcome, Jessica. Go ahead, any of you, if you'd like to make me your personal accountability buddy. I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So if you subscribe and turn on notifications, then you can use the notification of me going live every day as your reminder to stay accountable to your habit. And it also keeps me accountable to going live every day. So, yeah, if you want to do that, you can. If you don't want to, no skin off my back, I'll be fine. So, Manar, the best book that changed how I deal with building habits. Honestly, the scriptures. That's been the number one for me. Just reading about how Jesus handled things and trying to emulate that example was super, super helpful. That's the number one thing. The number two thing is, the number two book is probably Atomic Habits. The number three book is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Yeah. How can I stop being racist? Great question. Can't tell if you're trolling or not, for one. And for two, it has to be something you want, generally. That's where you want to start. So, yeah. Ariana said, for me, quitting a bad habit meant finding something healthy to love more than my bad habit. Yes, love that one. And replace that thing that you love more in the time frame where you were doing the bad habit. General Grunt, show me how to vomit on command. I need this skill. LOL. Yeah, I have no clue how to do that. I'm so sorry. Minar, that's so good. I'm Muslim. I believe in Jesus too. I'll check that. Awesome, dude. Yeah, totally love it. Yeah, you like. I've found like it's been really interesting actually the last couple of years. A lot of the new science that has come out about the way that we work and how we process things and everything, you start to find more and more of it, like examples of it in scripture. And like God has been teaching us, hey, this is how humans work for like hundreds, thousands of years. And then now science is coming up with like a scientific explanation for why we should do these things, like practice gratitude or say prayers or read scriptures or like all these things God tells us to do. It's very interesting. Asil, okay, that sounds good, but can you elaborate more? Asil, I don't know if I can. Is it something you want or not? Jillian Jackson, hi, you sub. Appreciate it. General Grunt, that's funny, dude. You're good at trolling. But yeah, so if you want to subscribe, Monday through Saturday I go live at 6 to 6:30 Pacific time, just teaching people how to build habits that stick with the Triple S method. This is what I do. I freaking love it. I've got a community that I run where people can join for $27 a month. We've got weekly calls, and we've got the AI habit engineer that I built that you can ask questions to about building good habits. But oh, sorry, I'm missing the comments here. Appreciate the sub. I do try to be a good egg. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, Monday through Saturday, we're live for 30 minutes. You can turn on the notifications if you would like, and use the notifications of me going live as making me your personal accountability buddy for sticking to any good habits you're looking to build. So, Asil, it's a habit I want to quit. Okay, my recommendation then, if you are being serious, is that before you respond or say something to someone, you count to 3 in your head before you say that thing. That will give your brain time to examine the words that are about to come out of your mouth. And then if they are words that are racist, you can choose to not say them. Yeah, that would be the habit that I would implement. So every time that you're about to say something, just make sure you count to 3, give yourself time, or 5 or 10 if you need longer, in order to give yourself a filter before you speak, essentially. Manar said, I agree with you. I'm a doctor. We're doing studies in psychology about this stuff. Psychiatrists doubt how psychology manages diseases and religions treat it better. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to do it. This is I've just found that the Triple S method works really, really freaking well. So I want to give that to the world and help out as much as I can. Asil, you are welcome. Glad you thought it was cool. What's up, Endemic? Good to see you, boss. Brother Israel is preparing to rebuild the temple before it's complete. Oh, cool. God bless, EQ. Yeah, have a good one. If I had to give my quick response, what would be my best advice for the absolute first steps to being able to change your habits? The absolute first steps is you have to come to know yourself. You have to spend time with yourself and understand what makes you tick and what you want. Our entire lives, most of us have built a litmus test of proof in the negative that we simply don't do what we say we are going to do, right? We're constantly saying, oh, I'm going to go do this thing, and then you don't do that thing. It shows yourself that you can't trust yourself, right? And so the idea behind what the Triple S method allows you to do is it allows you to build a litmus test of proof in the positive by saying, I'm going to do this thing, and then making sure and saying that thing that you're doing is one, something you want, and two, formulated and framed using the Triple S method, so in a way that you can actually go do that thing most effectively, like gives you the highest likelihood of being able to actually do that thing. And so then you build a litmus test of proof in the positive, and then sorry, I got distracted with Asil's vegan comment. But yeah, you build a litmus test of proof in the positive, and then over time, you build your self-discipline muscle, you build your character of integrity, and then you are able to eventually not just do the things that you want to do, but also be able to tackle the things that you should be doing or the things that you need to be doing, right? But you need to build up that resilience, you need to build up that discipline, you need to build up all of that. Asil, I'm not sure. I might, but I don't know. Do I know of any good programs to help with this without going to school? Yes, my community. If you click the link in my bio, I have a community that you can join. You get weekly calls with me. You get access to the AI habit engineer that I built. You get daily accountability emails to help you stick to your habits, and you get a community of people who are using the Triple S method to become better versions of themselves that you can interact with and will help keep you accountable as well. Yeah, so it's the community is $27 a month. Yeah, sorry. I know you said quick response. I'm a little verbose. That's about the quickest response I could give. Sorry. But yeah. Yeah, the best program I know of is my personal habit engineer community that I run. So, Asil said, I wasn't trolling, but I looked so funny when I got distracted. LOL. No, you're good. You're good. I appreciate it, Asil. If you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate the sub. That would mean a lot. Where I'm trying to genuinely, all I care about is teaching people how to build habits that stick. I'm obsessed with it. It's all I do all day. And I freaking love it. So the subscribe would mean a lot in helping to get the message out to more people and help more people actually be able to change in a sustainable way and not fed with a bunch of the self-improvement garbage that's out there and fix your diet in 10 days fast, lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. That's not about that. You seem like a dude who likes to party. Let's drop the serious act this stream and just hang out. I do like to party, but I would wager to guess that my definition of partying is a lot different than yours. Um, I am definitely pretty serious. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Um, I don't do any of that stuff. So I like to have a good time. I like to party, but probably not the partying that you're thinking of. Appreciate the sub. And that is, I like the Diddy ones. No, I don't. I don't watch the news, so I don't actually know what goes on in those parties besides the kind of stuff that results in a bunch of lawsuits and charges and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, no. I'm going to wrap up today because I've got my 30 minutes and I've got another meeting at 7 that I got to run to. But I appreciate y'all hopping on. Great to see a bunch of new faces. I'll get one more, Minar. What do you say? Christians live in the Middle East for a long time. You're welcomed. No need to genocide Arabs. Yo, what's up, Ducky? So you're getting on just in time for me to hop off. Yeah, I agree. Love everyone. Be nice to everyone, even if they are mean to you. And keep the change and keep changing, y'all. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.